What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I am way too excited for my own good about this car. Today we are in something that is definitely not enthusiast oriented. It's definitely not a sports car. It's not fast. The only thing that's remotely motorsport about this car is the fact that it has a V8. That is about it. I am in the brand new 2021 Cadillac Escalade. It is an insane car, and that's why I am reviewing it on this channel. This SUV is the coolest piece of technology I have ever been in my life. Starting with the interior. I mean, exterior-wise, it's an Escalade. There's really nothing special about the outside. It is beautiful, but it's an Escalade. This car has something called Augmented Reality. It is something that I've never seen before. Essentially, I could be driving with the entire windshield covered, and I don't recommend it. I don't advise doing it, but there's right where the instrument cluster is, there is a massive, what it seems to look like a 12-inch screen in front of me that just gives me a live view of what is in front of me at all times, and it has pretty much the same field of vision as what a human eye would have. The amount of storage in this car is absolutely insane. I mean, right now there's an entire, oh wow. This is in the center console. This is the size of the box compared to my head that fits in the center console at the moment. I mean, it's incredible the amount of stuff that you can fit in here. And then this particular car comes with the captain's seats in the back, and it does have a third row as well. We have a panoramic sunroof, and you don't get a whole lot of heat. This is actually very well insulated. It has a really good amount of tint on it. The sunshade, you know, is still, it's not insanely fast, but it gets the job done, and it also completely seals off the panoramic sunroof as opposed to other sunroof covers and shades that are just perforated sunshades. Right, so we are in the back of the vehicle now. I am in the second row. This is where the driver's seat would be if there was a 6-foot driver with most of their height in their legs, like me, and with another 6-foot passenger with most of their height in their legs, like me. And in front of me, I have pretty much an iPad. Do I like the way it looks? Honestly, no. It's very in your face. I feel like I'm ordering something at a restaurant, but at the end of the day, this is an infotainment system in the rear so that you can have a screen where your passengers can, you know, pretty much decide whatever they want to do. And, you know, we have our AC controls at the bottom as well. We have 2 HDMI ports and another 2 USB-Cs in the back here. And of course, this won't be a full walk around or honest review without things that I don't like about the vehicle. There are some things that I really can't stand. For example, the actual door handles. I don't know why they do this. I don't know why they decided to do this, but they don't move, right? They're just actuated with some silicone in the back. And that, I mean, once that goes out, that's gonna be a really stupid bill for no reason for a repair that is essential. So, I mean, that, you know, if that goes wrong, you're good luck getting into the car. I don't know how you would get into the car because there's no actual hinge. Like, it doesn't actually pivot or move. So there's no manual override in that sense. Yes, the technology is amazing, but at the end of the day, like I said, it's mostly touchscreen, and you know, one of these screens goes out and you're driving blind almost. I mean, you obviously can see it, but it almost makes it a little bit too dependent on the technology, in my opinion. Another thing that I noticed is this little pocket right here. This is lethal. You want to know why? Because I went ahead and I got the keys, and me being me, I saw this little pocket and thought, oh, convenience, right? Wrong. It's an abyss. It's a pit of death. And so you can see, I have officially lost my keys. I have long fingers, so I could get it out. It's going to be a pain right now, but for the sake of the video, I figured I would do it again. I think it's just to hold a phone, but this sucks. I mean, reaching in here, it's just embarrassing. It's just dehumanizing. It's like chasing after papers when they're being blown away in the wind. It's just embarrassing. But I'll get it now. All right, so here we have it, ladies and gentlemen. I am currently driving the 2021 Cadillac Escalade. Now, I said it before and I'll say it again. This is just an incredible piece of technology. The entire car is just surrounded with sensors and cameras all around, and it's virtually impossible to crash this thing. I don't know how you could make the mistake in a parking lot unless you're extremely distracted, but at that point, I mean, that's definitely all driver error, but because this car is, it's amazing how much technology there is. It's not a performance car. The steering is not amazing. It's not super connected. It's very soft, very, very comfortable. But that's what this car is. I mean, it's an SUV that's meant to disconnect you from the stress and the reality of probably driving your kids everywhere or driving clients everywhere, and you're just enjoying your time at peace and completely unbothered while you're driving it. And that's exactly what this car does. I really do truly feel like I need nothing. I don't feel like this car might need this or might need that. Sure, window tints would help in Miami, but the factory tints that this car came with are still pretty good. And I don't feel like I need more performance. The gearbox itself always knows where it needs to be able to give you that proper amount of torque for passing or for turning and doing whatever you need to do without disrupting your passengers as well. And it's just so incredibly subtle. The more I drive it, the smaller it gets, the more used to it I get, you know, coming from small hot hatches and sports cars and stuff like that, and this really doesn't feel all that big. With a car of this size, obviously you have to worry about certain things, you know, are the brakes good, is it going to get away from you? The brakes are actually phenomenal. They do feel very responsive, very well. The pedal is not as long and as dragged out as a lot of other comfortable vehicles and other typical commuter cars are. The pedal in this car is actually really, really responsive, and it communicates pretty well to you how hard you're braking and, you know, the amount of mass and weight that you're carrying with it. I have no complaints about that at all. The driving position is perfect. Where all the controls are, it's all within arm's reach. The touchscreen is responsive. Given I did notice that the slight delay and the pausing and the starting of the music and whatever, it can be annoying, especially in this situation where when I clicked record, you know, I paused the music and it took me about 2 seconds of rolling time for the music to actually pause. Now, that could be because I'm connected with Apple CarPlay over Bluetooth. I'm not actually hardwired to the car with the connection from the phone to the car, so that might be the reason in delay. And just the coolest thing about the car in reality is just the cameras that it has. I mean, it's almost distracting, the fact that I'm driving while looking forward and looking at the road, but also if I, for some reason, didn't want to, which sounds incredibly irresponsible and stupid, I don't have to, because I have the camera in front of me in the cluster. And so with all the technology, of course, you have lane assist, you have your blind spot monitoring, you have your augmented reality, which is also insane. You know, I don't feel like I need anything else. And that's why I genuinely think that this SUV, although it's a lot of money for some people, is worth it. Whether you have a transport business and you need the investment of a nice luxury highline SUV to carry your clients around, or you just want the best of the best for the family and you want something that you can rely on and that you definitely know is going to get you there and back with no problems, this is it. I mean, it has all the comforts that you might need. I don't feel like it's going to get dated quickly. It's definitely pretty much up to par, if not ahead of its time, as far as technology is concerned, especially in today's day and age where technology changes every 6 months. And I think this is, you know, for the budgets that are purchasing this vehicle, it's well within it. And for the people who are looking at it, you know, you're looking at the right car. You're definitely looking at the right vehicle for your family. And I could not recommend it anymore. I'm shocked that I'm even impressed by this car. I'm shocked that I like it. I feel like this is a very random car to be reviewing for the channel, but it's just that good. You guys are just gonna have to believe me. It's really, honestly, it's super impressive. And with that being said, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe. We'll have some more content soon with some fun cars coming along the way, and hope to see you soon. Stay safe. Cheers.